That music means it is time for us to sit down with Trent Farris, who is the Public Information Officer for the York County Sheriff's Office. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Glad to be back.
Always glad to have you, my friend. And by the way, congratulations to Crime Stoppers of York County celebrating 25 years.
Yes, 25 years. Can you believe it? I was like, they were planning the whole shindig they had up at TK Golf Club a couple of days ago, and I was like, 25 years? That's amazing.
It is amazing.
It's like one of those things, like it just snuck up on you.
Well, it's remarkable that it started out as a project through a Leadership York County class. Every class is responsible for a community project. That project is aimed to better the community, and the hope is that that project will stay on after the class moves on, and that one certainly did. So kudos to those who started it, kudos to those who supported it, and thank you to the community, that continues to provide tips via Crime Stoppers.
I believe that's the most successful
I was about to say,
class
absolutely.
project out of all of them.
Absolutely.
It's a gold standard.
Not even Ashley and I class. It was
This one definitely takes the cake. This one takes the cake.
Our Leadership York County class project was a little on the struggle bus, but we had a good time and you worked together. You worked through a lot.
Yeah. This past weekend they had the Co-3.
Yeah.
Was it this weekend?
Yeah, that was
2 weekends
looked
ago.
great too.
I was in that one. I ran that one.
Really good project. So hopefully that'll stick around.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yes, I hope so, because they did that race inside Carowinds, but it was a great turnout for sure. Well, we are here, Trent, because we've got scams once again impacting our lives.
We have spent the better part of the year coming here on a Wednesday. We have doing our social media posts, from the basic, hey, scam alerts, to these crazy videos that I've been doing, to a full-on news conference with Sheriff Tolson getting up there in front of all the cameras to try to get folks to not fall for scams of these police impersonators, whether it's the major, captain, lieutenant, sergeant, demanding payment for a warrant, fine, or missing jury duty, whatever. Just remember, fear, boredom, and ignorance, and now intimidation is going to. That's what these scammers do to force you into giving them your hard-earned money. So we're just reminding folks, don't fall for these scams. But they have gone to a whole new level. The scammers have gone to a whole new level, and it's just one of those things, like, I can't even think of how to, tell people about this. Because first, the usual, scammers are impersonating our Captain Kitchens. He's our security captain over the detention center. He's the guy who is in charge down there, for the whole entire security of the facility. They're claiming that if you send him money, you can bail your loved one out of jail. Send him.
So what do they do? Have the list of the people in the detention center's family?
So,
family members?
All these next these three are from. We are thankful to be a very open and transparent organization in which we have a page on our website, YorkCountySheriff.com, in which you can see everyone housed at the York County Sheriff's Office right now. It's called the Inmates page. It's the #1 most visited page on YorkCountySheriff.com, and believe it or not, YorkCountyGov.com is the #1 page most visited. I mean, Greg might say it's something different now, but I don't know. At last check, it was. And at last check, we have about 490 inmates in the detention center at the time. So what they're doing is they're going to the page. They're finding these people's names. They're doing, a simple Google search and finding your information, that person who is incarcerated, because we give their name, first, middle, and last, their age, what agency arrested them, what their charges are, and all that information. So, and their bond amount. So these scammers are getting those names and calling their loved ones and saying, hey, you can bond your loved one out. And the next one is they're claiming to be someone from the detention center, bond court, selling ankle monitors. Selling ankle monitors to bond your loved one out. Listen to me now. Turn up your radio. Turn up CN2 on your Facebook page. All the things that you just mentioned before we came into Wanted Wednesday. Turn it up right now. We do not have, nor do we sell ankle monitors at the York County Detention Center. If your loved one gets an ankle monitor, it is part of their bond conditions set by the bond judge, but the bond judge doesn't just, hey, here's your ankle monitor, you can go today. No, the bond judge says, hey, Bail bondsman, you need to put an ankle monitor on that person. Bail bondsman, get that person to make ankle monitor. That's the only way. The only reason we may have an ankle monitor at the detention center is if somebody has come in from another agency outside of the county and they have an ankle monitor on, and our guys just
it was on their person.
Right, yeah.
It goes in their bag
Cuts
of items.
Yep. It's exactly right. And we cut it off, and sorry, you're going to have to get that repaired, sir. So we do not sell.
It did not do its job if they're back with you guys.
So these scammers are selling ankle monitors to bond your person out. Now, they're the last one. Now, this is the most diabolical one I can ever think of. So, lastly, they're saying there's a health emergency at the York County Detention Center, and people are dying in the detention center. You need to bond your loved one out right now. Quote, this is what the person said on the report I read, that we are in a state of emergency and you need to bond your person out quickly, and that is far from the truth. There's some of these people have bonds set up to like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and they're saying bond them out on this amount, get them out before they die. We have had, sadly, one person die in the last couple of months at the York County Detention Center who had health complications inside from something unrelated to being an inmate at the detention center. He was in his 40s, had some health problems, whatever. He had issues. Our staff, our nurses, our detention officers treated him medically and sent him to the hospital. He later died at the hospital, did not die in the facility. We've only had one. You think... Me being the public information officer, I put out a news release, let everybody know about it. Y'all probably remember it. You think I'm not going to tell you if multiple people are dying at the detention center, or we're doing everything in our power to prevent that and stop it and get all those people medical treatment? If you think that, you need to just rethink your life, because that is not what I am big on openness and transparency. That's why I'm a public information officer. We're trying to get that information out to our public so you know what's going on at the sheriff's office. And Sheriff Tolson is with me on that. So we're making sure that everybody knows that that's not happening. So if you happen to have a loved one who is currently incarcerated at the York County Detention Center, you cannot bond them out unless you get a bail bondsman or you have the money to come and pay that bond or whatever.
And another red flag.
And you may not even be able to bond them out because they have charges in which they can't get out.
And another red flag would be when they're asking for things like Venmo or PayPal or any kind of electronic money transferable system.
So you've been listening to me, Ashley. You've been listening for the better half of a year about all these scams. It's just so frustrating, and I'm sorry if I'm getting a little, amped up because it's that frustrating that we've tried so much. And I know folks that are the older generation may not be as active on Facebook and social media and don't go surfing the web or anything like that, but they do listen to WRHI. They do watch CN2. And if we can get more people to watch this, listen to it, understand it, and then go tell their elderly family members who aren't on all these things and still have the dial on the TV and you got to go turn the rabbit ears to tune in a TV show. I mean, that's what it's you, the people who are listening. You've got to go educate your family members.
That's right.
We do not call you demanding money, especially via any kind of cash app.
And they need to take anything. Lucas's grandmother's advice. Just have a whistle by your phone, and if they
do that,
and she blows in it.
Do that.
She blows in the phone.
She sure does.
Whistle.
You will be highly touted by the Public Information Division at the York County Sheriff's Office.
She says, "Hold on," and she gives him a second. Then she just blows the whistle as loud as she can. Well, you are passionate about this because you see people.
It's just so
you see people getting scammed out of thousands and thousands of dollars, and don't become a victim. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And what do you always tell us, Trent? If you're not sure, hang up. Get all the information from the person, then call you all and say, hey, I just got off the phone with so-and-so. Is this legit or not?
You can call 628-3059. You can call 628-3080. That is the detention center number. You can call them right away. Hey, my loved one's in there. And guess what? If your loved one is in the jail, they can call you. Believe it or not, we have phones. We have tablets now where you can text and email your loved one. I mean, of course, they have to pay for that, and, so y'all can do that. But still, there are communication methods in which you can speak to your loved one while they are in the detention center, and vice versa.
Trent, we're out of time, my man.
Sorry, buddy.
No, it's all right. Great tips. Just don't become a victim. It's why we call it Scam Alert. Trent, as always, sir, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.